looking, man.
I know what my audience like. I did some independent films with Master P. A lot of those movies did really well.
I'm ambitious, I'm a hustler. I have my own lane.
That's the thing about comedy. You wake up every day, you don't know if you're funny that day.
Yay. Hey. Yeah. What up? Welcome to the program. Now tuned in to Let's Go Live with Lamont King. I'm Lamont King, and we are now live. Let's go. Well, let's get it. Welcome to the program. Hey, if this is your first time tuning into the show, man, this is what it is. Something like a podcast each and every Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. to 7 East Coast time. Shout out to everybody watching on the West Coast right now and worldwide. If you're a returning viewer, I salute you and I appreciate you. Thanks for coming on back. Broadcasting live from the newly remodeled Drunken Fruit Studios.
I don't care if it is a closet. You still looking mad efficient.
Appreciate you, Lord Jamar. Hey, man, trending topics, hilarious commentary, celebrity guests, and interesting people. You know what I mean? Make sure you hit up Drunken Fruit if you got any questions, see the menu and the prices, and see what they got on special this time of the year. Let us see ya. How y'all feeling, man? What's the good word? What you know good? What it be like? Okay, cool. No, that's what's up, though. I feel the same way. Yeah, I said the same shit to my mama. That's what she said. Nah, don't trip, though. Hey, man, you win some, you lose some, man. Sometimes you get a ride home. You feel me? True. All right. I holla. Hey, so yeah, man. So this is 100% viewer supported by viewers like you. That's a little conversation I was having. You don't even know. That was to everybody. It wasn't to one person. Thanks for watching me on your TV screen. We are 100% viewer supported by viewers like you. You can patronize this whole situation by $ Lamont King 06. The Cash App is all the way open. Please follow me on all social media. I need the numbers. My numbers be moving incrementally. That's unacceptable. You know what I mean? My follow game is lackluster. Management told me my numbers game is below the curve. So make sure on Twitter and the Facebooks. And it's also, if you're watching on thumbs up in the chat and YouTube, if you're watching on YouTube, and hit thumbs up, like literally type it and then hit the thumbs up. That's what I be saying earlier, and I think I got it confused. I'm saying thumbs up. Let me know you can hear me loud and clear in the YouTube chat, and then hit the thumbs up on the video. All right, comprende? Okay, say hello to Mr. Clarkson, our executive producer down the hall, Studio G, and our New York bureau chief, John Watson, in the New York office. Good to see y'all. What up? What up? What up? Okay. All right. Okay. We going. Where we going? Y'all know where we going? Don't say you know and you don't really know. Not for real. Where we going? This is where we go. You know.
All right, we going. What a money reside, what a money reside, what a money reside, what a money reside. Okay, let me tell y'all something. I'm doing something real big this month. Any deal that y'all got and they beating us, I'm gonna be about $400. Just give me a bid
about $400
because I'm at with a what?
With a what? I'm at with a what?
What a money reside. Okay, I told y'all before. Y'all know what I do. I give all these good deals.
As everything and everything else.
I do all that all the
I give all these deals and everything.
Mary had a little lamb.
Mary had a little lamb with a baby.
Okay.
Where the money reside, man? That's where we going, man. Hopefully a little later, man. We got a special guest coming up. From last week was a redo. Of course, we had the tax guy, tax professional on the show last week, and was interrupted by a goddamn riot at the Capitol, government overthrow attempt. So I said, let's run it back because we was just getting to it. We was just getting to where the money reside, and we had to cut it short. So the phone lines are wide open. 765 Let's Go One. 765 Let's Go One. Get your questions ready. Anything you want to know about tax preparation, tax season, IRS, as best we can, we're gonna try to answer these questions and put you in a position where oh, did the phone call? Did I run out of budget? No host connection. Oh, what happened? What y'all do? Hold up, Joe. Phone line ain't open, apparently. All right, stand by. Hold on. I think my screen time, though. Oh, y'all don't need to hear that, though. You don't need to hear that. So I'm calling the studio. You know what I mean? Get the phone lines activated. So we can get you with a money reside. All right, what's the 353? And then stand by, don't trip. Oh, here we go. We good. We Gucci, fam. All right, the phone line's wide open. 765 Let's Go One. 765 Let's Go One. Get a pen and paper. Get your notes together. And be on stand. Let me see. It should be good to go right now. So quick story, man. So I was out eating, and also it's gonna take a few days for me to get back to everybody that well wished, if you will, and bought me a drink by way of Cash App. And liked and did all of that on all the social medias, whatever. Because I'm calling everybody, individually, because I was raised right. And so if you said something or sent something and I ain't said nothing to you yet, just be patient. I got you. But I was out having a birthday drink right before the show, actually a couple hours ago, and so I was at one of my favorite little cheap Mexican spots with the outside dining. This is all background, totally irrelevant. But if you're still working during the during the COVID era, I salute you. If you're still in the service industry, I salute you. I don't want nobody to lose their job. But my server, right? Bless his heart, if you will. If that's how I'm gonna start the story. Bless his heart. We at the table, and my man come up, it's tatted. I'm talking about king, like all tats. And I ain't no judging. I ain't scrutinizing. Like, you working. You out here working. You could be with your parents. If I was to judge your skill set, you could be out here not working. I say it like that. Be doing all kind of wild shit. So I salute you just for working, right? Customer service. You'll grow into that. So Cuz came over, we talking about my spot, happy hour, starts at 3. I know the menu pretty well. I've been going to this one spot probably as long as he been alive. I'm familiar with the menu, even when they change it up. But it ain't been changed up in a while. So I say, let me get that happy hour menu. Oh, nah, happy hour don't start at 3. I was like, oh, okay, well, what time is it? It's like 2:57. Okay, fam. You can go in and come back, or you can just let me get that happy hour menu right now. So let's get this, let's get it cracking. So he come back with the joints and what this, they all of them out right now, but I know it, you know what I'm saying? All right, well, if you know it, let me get them fish tacos. Okay? This sounds easy enough so far, right? So I say, let me get the fish tacos. That's what I like to get. That's what I be, sensible eating during the happy hour, you know what I'm saying? During the COVID. So we in there under the tent, they got the heat joint blowing or whatever. So they come back quick, fast, too. The kitchen was operational, 100%. Come back, fish tacos? And I was like, yeah. So it's a whole platter, though. I was ordering off the bite size, the snack size, the happy hour situation. I didn't necessarily want the whole entree platter with the rice and beans, because first, we didn't talk about rice and beans. You didn't even give me the opportunity to say refried or black, because I would have said black, because I don't eat refried beans. So fish tacos, so they come in, and it's rice and refried beans, the whole platter, whole entree. So I'm in good conversation, too. You know what I mean? So I'm like, this is a feel-good day. I'm not tripping. I ain't been out in a while. I'm going to eat it. So I start eating. But the back of my mind, I said, when he come back, though, I'm going to let him know that's not what I ordered. But I'm going to let him know in a way where I'm like, it's not a problem. You know what I'm saying? So he come back. I said, because, he come through, tattoos. I say, yeah, man, this is cool or whatever, I'm gonna eat it, but this ain't the fish tacos off the happy hour menu that I had ordered. I just wanted you to know. He's like, oh, okay. What? Nah, we don't have fish tacos on the happy hour menu. And I was like, I was just here 2 weeks ago, fam. I said, and that's what I had. And he pulls the menu out because now he has one. He said, nah, you said fish tacos. We only have salmon. So I'm at the table, and I look, what's that? Salmon ain't fish. Oh, okay. Okay, then. I didn't know that salmon wasn't fish. We only have salmon taco. Okay, then. All right. You got it, blood. I'm cool with it. I was 1.5 drinks in. The pen isn't working. Hold on. And make sure I do this right. I'm 1.5 drinks in, and you just go, hold on. And then I was like, yeah, man, you good. We good here. So I let him live. I was like, this is fine. I didn't know salmon wasn't fish. I didn't know salmon. I'm putting in the little phone number joint. Y'all stand by. Don't ruin the story. But yeah, so that's how that went, man. And in my old days, I just had a birthday Tuesday. It wasn't a big deal. You feel me? I was like, I kind of laughed. I looked, and I was like, okay, maybe, where he from at. That's how he learned it. Salmon ain't fish. We got the salmon tacos and the fish tacos. As far as I was concerned, the salmon tacos was the fish tacos. But who know? I'm glad he working. That's the moral of the story, man. A lot of times when you get just bad service or whatever, don't go into a deep dive into it. Don't dwell on it. You know what I'm saying? It's times it's tight out here. At least he working. I mean, he had I'm talking about, he had a tattoo. You know how they get the neck tats? It'd be like, hibliki, or it'd be like, he had reap. I mean, it started right here. Like if he leaned back, it was probably a face. He probably had like on this side, him, a portrait of him in a crime that he used to commit. Like it was right here and shit. It's probably, you know what I'm saying? And then right here, it was all types. I couldn't even tell. I didn't want to stare at the dude. But I was like, hey, man, hey, fam, I'm just glad you're working. You know what I'm saying? Salmon ain't fish. Wait a minute. That's the t-shirt. Salmon ain't fish. You said the fish taco. We don't have that, blood. We got salmon Tacos. All right. Anyway, that was a treat for me. All right. So anyway, right about now, let's get it moving. Where the money resides. Tax time, man. It's tax season. And of course, last week, if you were tuning in on Wednesday, we had Rashad Holloway from Holloway Tax Services dropping jewels, major. And so I decided to bring it back. Let's run it back, man. The first of many times. Hopefully you have some questions. You call in 765. Let's go one. And kind of straighten some things out. So 2021, we're not tripping over ourselves. And we get into the money. And we ain't getting audited. So please welcome to the program. Without further ado, Rashad Holloway. Welcome to the program. What's good with you? Let's see. Unmute. You.
Hey, ladies. Good evening. How are you this evening?
I'm good, man. Yeah, man. How you feel? How was your weekend? How was your whole week? All of that.
Hey, blessed, man. We're alive, man. That's the best part. That you're alive, breathing, and able to go out and earn all the money you can earn.
Hey,
and then pay taxes.
And then pay taxes. So to get into the money reside. So I was talking at a restaurant earlier, and the cat asked me who I had on the show or whatever, and I was telling him about last week and some of the jewels you was dropping, and I was like, taxes per se, full transparency, and this is to everybody. For as an independent contractor and somebody who operated under the radar for many, many years, there was a stretch of time when I didn't pay taxes. And for whatever reason, I don't need y'all scrutiny, but whatever reason, I felt like either I didn't make enough or the government didn't deserve it. Right? Is it in 2021, with the year that we had in 2020, is there any scenario that exists where the average working man can duck taxes without consequence? In your opinion? Wrong answers only.
Duck taxes. Yeah, I wouldn't say duck taxes. Pay the minimal amount to make sure that you're compliant is probably the better word.
Okay.
You're going to have to pay something. But I'm not going to tell you can't pay anything. But the minimal amount is most important. And making sure you're educated when making those tax decisions and what you're paying is probably the other one. Is definitely important.
So paying, the minimal amount and being educated so you know how to pay the minimum amount. Mm-hmm. But we see rich people getting over. What is it that they have? What is their ace in the hole that lets them do the things that they do? Like, for instance, all right, the president, he hasn't shown his returns. How is he able to not show when asked, when the rest of us, when asked, we got to show?
Realize also that he's in charge of the federal government. So, he's the chief. He's the commander in chief. That's how he's able to get away with some of that. But in the same breath, trust me, they're looking at his tax return with a fine-tooth comb and making sure, and a magnifying glass to make sure that everything he says that he's claiming.
Mm.
So you and I or most average person out here, may not have that same attorney and tax accountant, but what you should know is, hey, folks should know, hey, how much you should know how much you make every year. That's the most important. Like I sometimes ask folks like, hey, do you know how much you bring in every year before and after taxes? And I always tell them the rule of thumb is you normally see about 66% of your income. So if you say you're making $100,000, you can only see about 66% of that, which is $66,000. Some of that's going to be paid in FICA, Social Security tax, and also your state and federal taxes. So you're only going to see most times at least 66% of that if you're doing it correctly.
Okay, let's slow walk it. We're on with Rashad Holloway Tax Services. The lines are open 765. Let's go one. That's good right there, because if that's what we're going back to basics. So if that's the first thing you tell, let me say that's eye opening for me, because I would not have thought to commit to memory my after taxes. Like whenever I'm asked or wherever I'm filling out forms or the whole pre-qualification process and all that other stuff, I think off the top my gross. I don't even think to mention what I bring home. And you're saying it's important to know both.
Yeah, it's important to know both. When you're filling out for loans and things like that, they don't care about the other stuff because they're not thinking about how much taxes you got to pay. They want to more so see how much you bring in overall because they also know that you have to pay the taxes and things like that. They want to know what the gross amount is, and then for you, the consumer, you want to know, hey, what you bringing in after that, after you pay all your taxes, retirement, and things like that. What you have after that, what you got left to work.
Yeah, and so in the peanut gallery, Mrs. Carter says, "So I'm poor." That's exactly where I was going with it. I would have never thought to memorize my take home because my take home is so shabby. All right, so that's a basic point that you advise your clients. Tax season. So let's get into it. What do you advise as far as some years you kind of get into a rhythm. Like this is what we did last year. We didn't make no major purchases this year. Let's just do it ourselves. Get the TurboTax, the Intuit, these little softwares or whatever. Or you might even venture out and go to H&R Block. Are those things for the average person who's not really, well versed in tax code? Are those things beneficial, or do you see those as scam and ways to get hustled out of your money?
I don't see it as a scam. I see it as a way of helping some folks. Not realize that TurboTax and some others aren't for everybody. So keep in mind that, hey, TurboTax is good for some people. I often have to sometimes come back and clean up people's TurboTax tax mishaps because they deducted something. They were like, yeah, I can deduct my dog's dog food. Yeah, I got everything but a social security number, and I've seen that happen. And this is no lie. This is real conversation. They thought they could deduct everything that they possibly could, and the IRS was like, "Nah, we're gonna need you to go ahead and provide us with the source documents of this document of what you're claiming." Rashad, what's the source document? That's the receipt. That's an invoice. You're gonna have to be able to show them where you're telling that you pay $20,000 in taxes to the state. And in the last couple of years, the IRS has capped it at 10, so it's no longer you can't even claim $20,000 in state taxes. It's capped at 10 now for itemizing. So people put a whole bunch of stuff on it because they're like, "Oh yeah, my return looks like I'm getting like $7,000 back." $7,000 sounds nice, but if you're if you're putting the wrong thing in, you're gonna have a tax problem if they catch you. And some people are like, "Oh, they never catch me." I read stuff every day. I read something earlier today. The IRS definitely plans to ramp up its audit process in the coming year for this year. So with everybody getting loan with PPP money, and we're not even talking business, but just overall, keep in mind that folks, Big Brother's always watching you. So you gotta do things by the book.
Now, why do you think that is? Why do you think they're going to ramp up auditing this year? Like, why are they flexing this year, knowing how crazy last year was?
The fact that vulnerability that people, they have to check the vulnerability of people thinking they can get over. The other thing is uneducated taxpayers. If you're doing your stuff on TurboTax and TurboTax doesn't have those red flags in there, or if you got the wrong accountant or tax preparer doing your stuff, it's a very great opportunity that, hey, they can catch you inputting or somebody on your behalf inputting the wrong information. And I also see a lot of times where somebody did someone's taxes and then they disappear. So yeah, so-and-so is out of the country now.
Ah.
But you're left holding the bag. You're left holding the bag with a bad tax return.
Now you
trying
just
to explain a tax return that you didn't even know that they filed on your behalf because you just thought that you got back a really nice refund. So one of the things that I would go into is, if you're getting a refund, ask your preparer to explain why you're getting this refund. I have no problem with when the clients ask me, "Hey, I'm getting back $300. Why? You're getting back $300 because you didn't do this, and this, or you're getting back $3,000. They should still be able to clearly articulate why you're getting that refund. Maybe you overpaid. Maybe a credit is the reason why you're getting this refund this year, and that credit could or could not be there next year. So you should be able to ask them why. And any competent tax preparer should be able to see why.
Okay, that's clutch. Make sure y'all writing it down if you're tuning in. Rashad Holloway Tax Services 765. Let's go one is the number to join in. Ask a question. You mentioned something about you said the tax credit change for the state. Is that just for Maryland? The cap for itemized from 20,000 to 10,000.
Oh, that's yeah. So they changed that 2 years ago. That is for throughout the country. That's just the overall country thing. So some people may have real estate taxes in excess of over 10,000 for their property, or they may be paying property taxes on multiple properties, a first home and a second home, and so the IRS capped it after the 2017 year.
And so that was that a Trump move, or was that something that was in the pipeline before he got there?
That was a part of the 2018 update when the IRS had a major update and overhaul to the tax code. So that was under our current administration.
Question from the Peanut Gallery, and keep in mind, y'all, I need y'all to call. Don't just ask in the chat. But Kennard wants to know, talk about Trump's tax changes, how it affected write-offs versus standard deductions.
Write-offs versus standard deductions. Okay, so I can tell for Kennard, tell him that one, and I know you can hear me, but this year in 2020, most people donated money or given money in years past, but under the new CARES Act, folks are actually able to, if you gave cash of over $300 up to $300, let's say to your favorite charity, you're able to actually. You used to have to be required to itemize. This year, it's called an above the line deduction, but you're able to take advantage of that $300 that you gave to, let's say, American Red Cross or the Coleman, Susan G. Coleman Foundation, or MPT, or your local, fraternity sorority foundation,
right?
Per se. So that's probably one of the big changes that the CARES Act, this year's CARES Act is allowing people to do. So let's say if you're taking a standard deduction, which means the standard deduction this year for single is $12,800, you're able to go ahead and still take advantage if you made that donation of $300 up to $300. Whereas if you itemize, however much you gave is however much you're able to put on your itemization form. But you still have to show the receipts. Anything over, the rule that has always been anything over $250, you need to be able to provide a receipt for. You can't say, hey, I gave $500,000 to my local favorite charity, and they did not give you any documentation. They're required by law to give you documentation.
Now, what is that called? That's called like a donation receipt?
Like a donation letter, yep. Okay. If you gave them cash or a check, or even, they swipe your card, they're required by law to give you some type of a donor letter, and that's in excess of over 250. If you gave a number of small donations, $20 here, $20 here, that's up to you to kind of make sure you taking tabs on the people you giving money to.
And what about charitable donations? Let's say, Purple Heart, every time they send a request, I put a bag together, put it outside, and they give you a little blank slip. Is it up to you?
So those you're responsible for that too. Those are called non-cash donations.
Mm-hmm.
And you're still responsible for keeping that and knowing what the fair market value of that donation. So if you gave them your big screen TV because you were upgrading your flat screen, that's still working and in great condition. You wouldn't use the $500 that you paid for. You use the fair market value of whatever that is to write off.
Because I think the max is like 5 or 6, right? Because I usually just max every time. But yes, I'm giving away $500 worth of clothes. You damn right on this piece of paper. Is that allowable?
It kind of works that way, but not exactly.
Okay.
It's more so, hey, people give most people give throughout the year. And so, it's normally the tally of the full amount if you're having a non-cash donation. And so it's the full amount over the year. So you may have 10 slips. I know some people have 10 slips, some people have 1 slip, but it's the fair market value of which you provided that year.
Okay. All right, let's go to the phones real quick, Mr. G. Mr. Clarkson down in Studio G. What's good with you?
Hey, what's good, man? Thanks again for joining Lamont back on the show, bro. Quick question for you, bro. I saw this on Twitter, and I'm trying to make sure that this is this a Twitter fact or a real fact. Because we're all working from home, can we claim our whole house as an office space? Is that true? Go ahead, bro.
So, G, you can't claim the entire house. So, for example, if you're using one room in your, let's say your 2,400 square foot home, right? And that one room is, let's say, 400 square feet, you're able to 400 over the 2,400. You're able to come out with the percentage of the house that is being used to calculate that amount that you're able to be able to deduct. Not that full 2,400. That's very rare that I've ever seen that. It would definitely draw some red flags and alerts.
Even
if someone's trying to deduct that whole thing. But I've seen people try though.
Right. Even if everybody has 400 square feet to themselves, and everybody has an office in the house. You know what I'm saying? Because we're all at home, even in that scenario.
Yeah. Still. Because remember that. Remember also that. And then over the last, I'd say 3 to 5 years, they've been really strict on the use of home offices and being able to deduct it. 5 years ago, it was a lot less restrictions and a lot less you would have to give information on. But over the years, they begin to crack down on that, and that's always something that people look at. But also keep in mind that 400 square feet, you also have to use a portion of your utilities. So you got to have a phone line, you got to have electricity. Those things, so a portion of that bill can also, and it also depends on if you have a business or how.
Okay.
Job that throws a whole different thing into it as well.
I appreciate the call, Mr. Clarkson in Studio G. And for myself, tiny closet is a home office, right? 20 square feet or so. So I have to come do the calculation on what percentage of my square feet tiny closet is, because I'm using it. I got a phone line in here.
Closet,
I got utilities in here.
That tiny closet, if it's holding your inventory and some other things, it could possibly be you could possibly be able to write it off.
Okay. Or
if you have a storage unit where you're holding inventory for your business, that is almost the storage unit definitely is for business uses, and it could be deductible.
Okay.
Some folks do have storage units in which they have house their inventory for business.
Sounds good. Yeah. Kennard, call back 765. Let's go one. All right, let's go to Charlotte, North Carolina. Welcome to the program. Let's go live.
Thanks. I also want to ask a question, and it made me want to know the answer. RAD15 said she bought a chair.
Ma'am, can you turn down your in the back? Yeah, could you turn? There we go.
Oh, you on in the back so that you could hear that. Okay, yeah, no problem. Just wondering if my business, I had to buy a desk, a chair, a computer, a printer, all of that stuff for my working at home now that I'm set up. Is all of that as a write-off, or do I have to have incorporated in order to write it off?
Great question.
So it depends on, so my next question for you would be, are you getting a 1099 or a W-2?
Can you hear? Oh, what happened?
At the end of the year.
She might have hung up. Call right back. I think she was.
So to kind of answer that question.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, to answer that question, it depends on if you have a business. Yeah, that's a legal business. That's a legitimate business expense. If you're a W-2 employee, it's a little harder because you're a W-2 employee and you're kind of locked in. Whereas the entrepreneur, the LLC or sole proprietor or S corp, that is a legit. If that's what the full use of that product is going to be for, you're able to deduct that as a business expense.
Now, what if you're 1099 and W-2? How do you navigate, and you are incorporated? How do you navigate putting what under which, as far as deductions, receipts, income? How do you navigate that?
So the W-2, anything for the W-2 is only for the W-2, and let's just say, hey, I have company A right here, and company A, you're going to have expenses for advertising, office expenses, legal expenses, professional expenses, and supplies. All that stuff goes under that, company A of their legal entity, not the W-2 person. You may be using some of that, your own personal money to fund your LLC until you get off the ground and up and running. But mainly your income, or you use those expenses for that purpose.
Now, can you fund your 1099 S corp with your W-2 income? Okay, so that's not frowned upon.
That's not frowned upon, but you must. So the biggest thing is keeping your money separate, having a separate bank account where you're not drawing from that. We're having separate bank accounts. So all business entity stuff is in that business entity account, and all your personal stuff are two totally different things and not commingled. That is probably the biggest thing or thought that I would share with the listeners. Making sure you're not commingling money, and we can there's a clear delineation. So when you get money coming in, it's going to that business account and not you, the person.
Now, when you commingle, what are some of the problems that you run into from the IRS's standpoint?
When you commingle, it's hard to tell what's for business and what's personal. It's also hard to be able to say, hey, I use this money for the business if everything is running through your one personal account. If you're a legitimate, authorized through the state and licensed through your state, in which I often encourage everyone to go get licensed with the state and the IRS, because it's about, in Maryland, I know it's about $260, $270 to get licensed as an LLC. It helps you to be able to separate what you have coming in and going out. So you don't want your W-2 income going into that same account that, let's say you're an artist, that you just got money coming in for your most recent painting. You want to be able to say, hey, this is me, the person, and me, the business. Because if you don't want to pierce the corporate veil. You don't want to be able to, you want to be separate. You're supposed to be separate. That's the reason why you went out and filed the paperwork to be a licensed business.
Now, so let's go back a second to last week to the Capitol riots, right? A lot of the people came from out of town, and they came here. They were hired. They came here. They paid to cause trouble. Can they write off them flights and the MAGA hats that they bought and all that as merchandise? Can they write that off? Can any of that be deducted?
Yeah, that's a good joke. Not necessarily. Most of that money is probably paid for under the table. So hey, I'm sure they're not getting a 1099 or W-2 for that. That was whatever. However that was worked. Good luck with that.
Now I'm on your back to the real deal. I'm on your website. There's a video on your main page, COVID-19 tax update. Is that something you put together, or is that something you got from somewhere else? I'm asking.
That's something that we put together.
Okay, I'm asking because I want to play it.
That's something. Yeah, that's something that it's something that something that the agency that I hired, that's what they pulled together.
Okay.
And I just approved it and put it up, posted it.
All right. So I'm about to play it real quick after we go to this next call from Anaheim, California. Welcome to the program. Let's go live.
Hi,
Hey,
this is Nancy.
hey, Nancy, you're on live with
I'm known as.
Rashad.
Hi, Rashad. I have a question.
Hello.
Can we claim side gigs, for example, Uber, if you only made like
You said-
just a small amount?
You said side gigs. So how much
Yeah.
did you make?
Just like $300 for the year.
All right. So most times, if you make any in excess of anything over $599, $600, you're required by law to go ahead and claim it. If you sometimes I've seen where someone may have gotten made less than the $600, and let's say an Uber driver or a Lyft driver or Uber Eats driver, they still provide the information, and you did incur mileage in order to conduct business. So you are able to write the mileage off. And let's say you had to you're writing off mileage. I'm just giving an example of an Uber Eats driver. There would be mileage and maybe also any supplies. Like when I get in Ubers and things like that, they got water for me. They got some tissue or something. Those types of things. But it has to be specifically for the business. It can't be, oh, I'm gonna use it for the business today and I'm gonna use it for myself tomorrow. No. It has to be for the business as far as that.
Oh, okay. Sounds great. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Appreciate the call, Nancy. Thanks for calling in. Good job. You did it. Great question.
Thanks.
Great question. Wait, let me hit the button. All right, here we go. One more call, and then we'll play the video. Where's that? All right, let's go to Mount Vernon, Ohio. Welcome to the program. Let's go live.
Hey, just a quick question in regards to Wi-Fi. So let's say you had to get a new router or buy a router or get extra bandwidth. Can you claim any of that?
It depends. You can claim, is it a business expense or?
Well, if you started for work from home, or could you claim it as an education tax credit? I know that that's usually college loan type of stuff, but could that be anything for people with kids at school? Working from home now, or school from home?
All right, school from home. Are you? And I'm sorry for asking this question, but are you an educator by chance?
I am not. No, I work from home though now.
Okay, so most times they would look at that. The IRS would look at that as that's attached to you, the person. But hey, let's say, and I asked if you were an educator, let's say you're an educator and it's helping you carry out the duties of your job. Educators get a credit for $250. Most educators that I know, especially in urban school districts, spend in excess of anywhere between $1,000 to $3,000 on supplies and things like that. So let's just say you were an educator, that would probably be an expense for you. But unfortunately, if you're just, hey, I just upgraded my router to keep the bad guys out and the hackers out, unfortunately, you probably wouldn't be able to claim it as an expense.
All right. Hey, what's your name? Oh, she hung up. Oh, well. All right. Just wanted to know how she heard about the show. All right. So let's play this video and then I'm going to let you go. Let's see here. This is from Holloway Tax Services. The website. This is COVID-19 tax update, maybe some additional information that we could all take with us. Let's sit back and watch this real quick. How long is it? Offhand?
Not offhand.
Oh,
it should be quick.
Oh, yeah, promo.
The recent pandemic is creating havoc for everyone. This includes navigating through numerous new tax laws and tax changes for individuals and businesses. Here's what you should know. Because of this ever-moving tax and business landscape, continue to check back as this video recap will be updated as necessary.
It's very melodic, soothing. It's like massage parlor music, like in the waiting room. All right. Well, while this is playing, I appreciate you once again, and again, I'm looking forward to you being a regular part of the show. I think you got a lot of info that a lot of people need and appreciate. Oh, he's saying something else. Hold
90
on.
days to July 15th.
Oh, okay.
This applies to all taxpayers, including individuals, trusts and estates, businesses, and self-employed individuals. Payment deadlines related to these tax dates are extended to July 15th as well.
Okay, I'm gonna pause it right there. All right, let me play the applause. Rashad Holloway, Holloway Tax Services. The website is there, available for you all. I saw something interesting that said you do out-of-state, you handle out-of-state clients. So people watching this in other parts of the country can actually come to you for their tax services?
One of my buddies or old friends, a former football player friends, he started out, he was in the NFL, and working with him, I started working throughout all states. So I service all 50 states throughout the country. So definitely, I pretty much touch almost every state already. So it's not a far fetched to work with someone out of state.
Okay.
I appreciate the time on the show and look forward to being back on next week. Thank you.
Absolutely. All right, Jack. I'll get with you. Let me see.
All right.
I'll catch you next. We'll have in a soon come. All right, where's this little thing right here? Hit that button and then hit that button. All right, good to go. Rashad Holloway, Holloway Tax Service. Oh, RAB15. Good. I appreciate that. Thanks for calling in. It was a great question. Y'all learning. I ain't answering when I got a guest on. No longer answering questions in the peanut gallery in the chat. We bringing it to the air. So it's a live talk show, something like a podcast. But I appreciate y'all being participating. All right, let's watch the rest of this video. I ain't want to have him sitting on the phone or whatever. But you can use them any state. Now you can if I'm somewhere else and I hear that type of dropping that type of jewels, think I won't go to him to get my taxes done? You tripping. All right, let's watch the rest of this. Some valuable information in here.
This includes 2019 income tax payments and self-employment tax payments. Also extended are estimated income tax payments for the 2020 taxable year. The 90-day extension from April 15th to July 15th is automatic. No additional forms must be filed to receive the 90-day extension. The federal government is sending out your one-time stimulus payment. It's now time to look for a $1,200 payment, $2,400 if you're married, $500 for each of your children under the age of 17. Just know the payment is phased out for incomes above $75,000 or $150,000 for married taxpayers. Payments will use your income from your 2019 tax return or your 2018 tax return if you've not yet filed for 2019. There's also a new tool available for you to check on the status of your payment at the following website. It's being referred to as Get My Payment. Remember, if you've not filed a tax return for 2018 or 2019, you must do so to receive your payment. Many other tax changes impact the 2020 tax year. Key among them are waiving the 10% early distribution penalty on up to $100,000 of retirement withdrawals for coronavirus-related reasons, suspending required minimum distributions for various retirement plans. The corresponding 50% penalty associated with not taking a required minimum distribution is also suspended in 2020, generally suspending filing and enforcement of liens and levies. However, IRS revenue officers will continue to pursue high-income non-filers and initiate other actions when warranted. The IRS will not initiate new audits during this time, but will act to protect the statute of limitations. Many details are yet to be worked out. Payroll companies are scrambling, businesses are redefining their workplace, and you are trying to keep your loved ones safe. If you should have any questions, please ask for help.
All right, sounds good. There it is. Holloway Tax Services, little update. They say check back frequently. That's what it said. That's what the video said. And because they update it periodically. HollowayTaxServices.com. HollowayTaxServices.com. One time for Rashad Holloway. So tax guy. So that's what that's going to be like. Peanut Gallery. What up? I see y'all. Let's see. What is this? Jay Lee says, what do I think about having a marathon fundraiser show for Let's Go Live? What does that look like? I don't know. Marathon should like me staying on and raising money. Here's the thing. I would do it. The only way that would work, because I'm not the best at panhandling or crowdsourcing. It would only work if you, the viewers, brought one person. If you were responsible for bringing one person to the show every time, I think that would be a great idea. But if it's just for you, it's not going to work. Y'all selfish. Y'all keeping the show and the energy and the content all to yourself. It's super selfish. If everybody brought one each time, we would double our numbers every day. Simple math, exponential growth. So yeah, let's figure out what that looks like, if we could do it, and if it's something that would bear fruit, then I'm with it. Like a talent-thon, like a you know what I'm saying? I get people who just singers, rappers, dancers, novelty acts, and they come on, we split the screen, and you do their whatever, and everybody judge them, and be like, wait a minute.
Today I got time, cuz.
So we be like, I see you tap dance, right? Let's say you get on there, you juggling, and it's like, or somebody singing off key. It's like, I would be with it. Set it up. Get your consulting firm to set it up. You know what I'm saying? I'm with it. All right. It is, y'all. I haven't been really paying attention to the news, so I don't really have that many headlines for you. I've been in the midst of, doing some things all week, birthday kind of thing. Still accepting drinks, by the way. You can send drinks, double shots even. You can send $9, and I'll go take that and get a $9 drink. And doing some renovations to the Tiny Closet Studios all this week, so I haven't been plugged into the news per se. But that was enough. The information you got today is enough. So having said that, man, move forward with the sharing the show. Like, if you like it and you enjoy it, share it so it shows up on your timeline. So your people that follow your page be like, oh, what's that? Who is that? Who the little dude with the big forehead and look like he's sitting in the closet? And then they'll tune in, and then we'll grow. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that is. Each one reach one, as John Watson says. Preach to one and teach one. That's the remix. John Watson says Trump finally won a vote for impeachment. Hilarious. We definitely need a show on January 20th. I don't know. I may do another watch along. That was really interesting. I saw somebody doing a watch along that day, and then I did one, playing whatever was on the news on the show. I didn't think you can do that, but the chick I was seeing, she had 20,000 views, and I was like, so I may do a watch along on January 20th. I really though, quiet as kept. I keep that to myself. On the 20th, I don't know. We'll see. The verdict is still on that one. Still out on that one. Because I would like to be on location on the 20th, if you will. I would love to be on location on the 20th, but I don't know how that's gonna work out. So I don't know. I'll let y'all know. I'll let you know. All right, we got enough time for matter of fact, he's been holding the whole show. We actually have enough time today for Roland Martin. Let me check the time. Oh no, we don't. I thought we did. Man, Roland, please stand by once again. I apologize, we ran out of time. Maybe the next show. For everybody else, man, be safe, turn the notifications on, hit the like button on the video, and save me as a friend, whatever else you need to do. And I'll see y'all tomorrow, man. Lord willing, we'll make it happen. Hopefully so. Keep it moving. Yes, it.
I don't care if it is a closet. You still looking mad official.